Hello Andy, very good afternoon. I'm recording the video at 19th September, means today at 1:30 p.m. The time at which I'm recording this video. Yeah, biggest confusion has started in everyone, whoever is writing CA inter and CA final examinations. What's the confusion? Sir, should I write single group or can I still stick on to both the groups? Sir, I have not yet started preparation. What about me? Should I leave this attempt and go for the next attempt? Sir, I have started preparation, but it is not up to mark. I originally decided two groups. Now I'm thinking to write only single group, and even that single group also I have not prepared well. So whereas exams are coming nearing, just one and a half month is 1.5 month also not there, about to come. So what about me? All your questions will be clarified through this video. Look at the slide which I'm presenting. You are having 420 hours, plenty of time. So how did I calculate 420 hours? I'll open calculator. See, tomorrow onwards let us count. 20th September onwards, or else okay, even keep 20th September because this video has to reach everyone. Let us have one day hold. 21st September onwards, let us calculate. September month we have 10 days. October month we have 31 days. November we have the first day. Okay, so total for 42 days. Out of it, eliminate 7 days. 35 days we have. What is the minimum days we have? 7 days I'm keeping for rest time, because in upcoming October Dasara festival, all that over there. You have to definitely celebrate festival. You should not be sitting and feeling tensed for exams and celebrating half, celebrating, studying their half. No, don't be with that attitude. Spend full day festivals. Sundays festivals, spend full-fledged day with your family. Never hesitate, never compromise in that. Excluding 7 days, you're having 35 days. And 35 days multiplied by 12 hours a day, 420 hours, plenty of time you have. 420 hours. By the way, this calculation is based on those who are writing single group 1. For group 1, you're having 420 hours. For group 2, as group 2 we all know, it will start after a week. It will start after a week of group 1. You are having another 10 more days extra. So 45 days for those who are writing group 2. So you are having, those who are writing only group 1 are having 420 hours. Those who are writing only group 2 are having more than 500 hours. First, make it clear. Never calculate in months, never calculate in days, calculate in hours. You will have more clarity. Now, the first question I would like to answer. Can we complete at least one group preparation in 35 days? Of course, you can. You are having enough time. I'll tell you a simple logic. On an average, coaching institute spend 140 to 160 or 180 hours. Let us assume 150 hours is the coaching time for each subject. For subject, 600 hours is the coaching time. Whereas you are having almost 80%. I mean, not even 80, 70% of the time you are still having. Already you are not new to subject. You are not new to subject. You already know the subject. Getting it? You're not even starting late. You know already. There is a difference between starting from scratch and starting late. You are just starting late. So if at all you have not yet started preparation also, I am telling you, be confident, stick on to single group. You will definitely qualify in the upcoming exam, provided whatever the instructions that I am going to give, if you follow. If you neglect these 420, see the name itself also sync. 420, thief, chore, cheating. If you cheat, definitely you will fail. 420 hours you have to stick on. You have to stick on. Sir, I have not yet started preparation. What about me? That's what I'm saying. Even if you have not yet started preparation, it is never late. It is not even late today. Today, still you have plenty of time in your hands. In other words, your result is still in your hands. Unless you leave it intentionally, unless you leave it with negligence, your result is still within your hand. You have to believe it. I'm proving with the time availability for you. I'm not just blabbering whatever I get. I'm proving right now that you have plenty of time. Sir, suppose 420 hours is not enough for you. Plan for group 2. For group 2, you'll get 8 more days extra. 12 8s and 96. You have 520 hours, almost equal to coaching time. You already know what is there in the subject. You know what are all the subjects, what are all the chapters. You have basic understanding of everything at least. 520 hours is just a cakewalk, catwalk for you. It's very simple for you. You can simply qualify unless you ignore it out of your negligence. Don't risk. Spend at least. I have wasted my whole life. I have wasted my time till date. I am not fit for November. I will write in the May. No, it's not correct. Stop negative thinking. I'll tell you one beautiful quotation. Positive thinking may not guarantee success, but negative thinking guarantees failure. If you think negatively, you are deserving for failure. You think positively, whether you get success or not doesn't matter. You are having plenty of time in your hands. 420 hours, those who want to write only single group. 520 hours, those who want to write group 2. It may be CA inter or it may be CA final. Even after considering 7 days holidays. In spite of this, in spite of this much of time availability, if you still neglect, you are the only reason for your failure. Nobody else is the reason. You are the reason for your failure. Ram, I got clarity about time availability. What about day management? How should I manage a day? You're saying 12 hours a day. How? Like sitting 12 hours a day is such a ridiculous task, such a complicated thing. How can I do? Don't worry. I will divide your day of 12 hours in such a beautiful manner where you don't even feel you're sitting for 12 hours. Shall we look into it? 7 to 8 morning, you have to study. First slot. You get up at 7, need not get up at 4, 3, 5. You need not sacrifice your sleep. You will have plenty of time for sleeping in my schedule, in my way of strategy. Because I am the one who don't want to compromise on sleep. I am the one who don't want to compromise on my life for the sake of exams. See, success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you're happy in what you're doing, you will be successful. If at all you're not happy in what you're doing, see, simple logic. You have to feel joyful when you're doing. You will get the joy of doing anything only when you don't compromise on anything else. You should not compromise on social media. You should not compromise on other things. I know what I'm talking may appear something new for you because nobody else will tell you. But I will tell you this because this is practical. Understand how your brain functions. You can't watch 3 hours movie at a stretch at 1.5 hours. You want to take a break. And how can you think you study a book for 3 hours without a break? So interesting movie which I watch with lots of pleasure. I need a break. The books which I'm studying with lots of pressure, I don't need a break. So illogical, very illogical. People are brainwashing themselves that you need to study thoroughly, concentratingly, all that with all kinds of myths. This plan will give you how to study 12 hours in spite of having your life, in spite of having enjoyment, in fact, I want you to study joyfully, not pressurized. So 7, 8 o'clock to 9:30, another slot. I mean 7 to 9:30 morning. First slot is 7 to 9:30, 2.5 hours. 9:30 to 10, take break. 10 to 11:15, 1 hour 15 minutes. Again another slot. 11:15 to 12, sleep. Just to take a small nap, half an hour. If not possible, watch TV, watch Facebook, see what is happening. But stick to the time. Stick to the time. Within that 45 minutes break, don't think about book. When you are holding the book, don't think about that. Compartmental learning. This is called compartmental arranging your brain, systematic, organized life. 12 to 1:15 study, 1:15 to 4 o'clock long break, you have to sleep. Sir, IPL season is coming, can I watch? No, no. Okay, watch if you want for half an hour, watch only highlights. Take enough rest, at least 1 hour you have to sleep in the afternoon, because that's a energy, that's a boosting for you for the next half day. Again 4 to 5:30, 1.5 hours left. 5:30 to 6:15 take a break. 6:15 to 7:30 study. 7:30 to 8 break. 8 to 9:15 study. 9:15 to 10:15 break. Dinner break. Spend time with family. All of you sit together, have dinner, crack jokes, watch something. Again 10:15 to 11:30. Come back, study. 11:30 to 11:45 a small break. 11:45 to 1. See, this is only a guided schedule. If you want to, if this schedule is not convenient for you, have your own schedule, but with a similar kind of parameters. You can easily 11.5 hours, you can easily study. Another half an hour somewhere you adjust. Night 1 o'clock till morning 7 o'clock you're having, as per my schedule, 11 o'clock to morning 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock. 6 hours break is there. At least assume you're sleeping there 5 hours. Afternoon you can sleep for 1.5 hour. Between naps you can sleep for another 1.5 hour. Minimum you can sleep for 8 hours. You can have your fun, you can have everything else. Along with that you can have your career, education. Don't believe myths. I'm telling you, don't believe the myths. Okay, Ram, understood about day management hours availability. Still, I'm not fully convinced. Then what is your question? Can I know within the time availability how to revise and remember properly? I mean, should I study full syllabus? I generally prefer this for those who cannot complete 100% syllabus, those who cannot complete. But I'm telling you, within 420, 520 hours of time, you can completely finish the syllabus 100%. But a safe strategy which I always suggest is, first in the syllabus which you are studying, select a 70% of the syllabus. 30% identify and keep it aside. Don't eliminate, keep it aside. You see the symbol I used, 30% is having more weight than 70%. Why? Reducing stress makes you more energetic. That's what the intention of the image. 30% of the syllabus in each subject identify. Not within a chapter, within a subject. Ignore chapters, 30% of the chapter. Sir, which chapters I should never? I'm telling you, this strategy, many say that this is risky, but actually not. Even the person who says it is risky would have wrote only for 75 marks in exam. Ask him, did he attempt for 100 marks and how much he got? If at all he write for 100, he should get 85, 90. If at all he's getting 45, 50, which means he's writing average answers everywhere. All India rankers themselves will tell 85 to 90 is the maximum marks which they attempt. All India rankers. And we want to just qualify. When I want to just qualify, if I write 75 marks is more than enough, 70 marks is more than enough, 30% of the syllabus you can keep aside. Keep aside. I'm not asking you to eliminate. First, read thoroughly the best way 70% of the syllabus. Then plan for 30 if you still have time. Sir, how to select that 30% again? Another question, because you'll be having a whole number of questions. How to select 30%? Don't worry. Institute has given section wise, chapter wise weightage for exam marks. You take that, select choice of your 30%. 30% not syllabus, 30% of marks related. 30% of your choice. I can tell you which chapters you can ignore, but those chapters maybe you're very good at. So 30% which one to ignore is a personal choice. That's the reason I'm not prescribing it. See, this is the only thing where you have to take decision. 70% first you study here. 2/3 syllabus you study here first. If you have time, study the rest 1/3 also. So eliminate 30% chapters, not 30% of the topics in chapters. That's the most important rule. Now, how to revise? How to revise? Now, okay, I'm starting afresh. Let us assume I'm starting fresh. How should I revise now? As you said, only 420, 520 hours are available. I think that is available only for preparation. Now, what about revision? First of all, tell me what is revision according to your definition of law. Revision means option 1, forget everything and then read again. Or while remembering everything, you read again. I feel second one is the suitable definition for revision. Cumulative revision is something which I love. What is cumulative revision? Study first chapter. do read second chapter. Revise 1 and 2. Revise 1 and 2. Okay? Read third chapter. Revise 1 to 3 chapters together. I'll tell you, learning curve effect. Hope every one of you know learning curve effect. When you read first chapter for the first time, you will take 10 hours. But once you understood everything, when you want to revise it, it will take 1 hour. If you want to revise another time, it will take 45 minutes. Learning curve effect. By the way, why should you have to revise entire chapter? In each chapter, identify the concept generally which you confuse. Hardly out of 10 concepts, 3 concepts will be there. These 3 concepts you revise thoroughly. Rest of 7 concepts, just give a glance look. Then read fourth chapter, ignore 1. 1 has been revised for 3 times already. 2, 3, 4. Now read fifth chapter, ignore 2. 2 has been revised already 3 times. 3, 4, 5. Read sixth chapter, 4, 5, 6 revise. Now once half syllabus is over, revise once all the 6 chapters at a glance. This hardly takes 5 hours of time. I'm telling you, I will challenge 5 hours is the maximum time. Then 7th chapter, 8th chapter, 7, 8. 9th chapter, 7, 8 time. 10th chapter, 8, 9 time. Likewise it go on. This is cumulative revision. Here you should not revise separately. And full syllabus day before exam. I will tell you how to handle your time day before exam. See, I am confidently telling all this because I'm a self-preparation candidate at CA final. For group 1, I spent 1.5 to 2 months, and for group 2, 1.5 month I spent, and I cleared CA final. Self-preparation. I only did one thing, only 2/3 syllabus. My exam always over within 2 hours, first 2 hours. Last 1 hour I'll sit just idle. Why? You can write something. I don't know anything to write. But luckily, God's grace, 2/3 of the paper I always write perfectly, and I ended up scoring 432 in CA final. If I can do, an average student, you can also do. Believe it, believe it. If you have to believe, only if you believe that you can do it, you can do it. If you don't believe that you can do it, no one can help you, and God cannot save you. I told you, positive thinking may not guarantee success, but negative thinking guarantees failure. At the end, thank you. If you have any questions, you can contact me 9700273087. My mail ID, WhatsApp, Telegram, YouTube, Insta, FB, everything I've given. All sources of communication, all modes of communication, all channels of communication. By the way, who am I? I'm Harsha, Ram Harsha, a chartered accountant. Of course, now I'm running an institute. Me and my partner Satyaraju together, we are running an institute, Shrestha for CACMA. It's been just 2 months that we launched, but tremendous success we have seen. We have got good amount of trust from the market. Now our crash batch is going on. Last minute revision batches are also going on. If at all anything you want, you just come to this Facebook ID or YouTube channel, you'll get every information. Hope this video increases or enhances your confidence. If you're still doubtful, if you still need some clarity, you can always ping me. Have a nice time. Bye. Have a nice time. Bye-bye.